Welcome to the Indatrashpodcast, a variety podcast we talk about sports, news, entertainment, culture, gaming, and pretty much anything else I feel like. I'm your host and worst best friend, Ramboss and the man to my right, who is always looking at everything in the world through a glass half full, MikeEhle. What's going on, Mike? How you doing?
Chilling as always, man. Wasn't a busy week, but got some stuff we talk about, though.
Sounds good. Cue the intro. Hey, what's going on? So before we actually start the podcast, getting into like the meat and potatoes, I just wanted to go ahead and ask you guys to, like, subscribe, comment, share. Basically all those things will help us, interact with you guys. And we definitely want this to be more of like an interactive, not necessarily like interactive. It's not live, right? But we want to communicate with you guys and have you communicate back with us. So, we'd really appreciate it if you could do all those things. All right. Thanks a lot, guys. Also, we wanted to mention the giveaway video that we put out, I don't know, maybe like 2 weeks ago.
Non-Xbox giveaway, non-PlayStation giveaway.
Yeah, we called it the Not an Xbox giveaway. All right, so
huge,
we're not giving away an Xbox. What we are giving away, though, is $25 basically, because it's a small subscriber goal we're trying to reach, right? We're trying to get to that 50 subscribers. We're at, I think, 30 right now, maybe 29 or something like that. Yeah, but we're trying to hit that 50, right? So, and then once we get to that 50, we're going to go ahead and, basically do a live drawing of basically whoever has subscribed and also left a comment on some of the videos, right? Yeah. I made a little spreadsheet on Excel that has, all the people's names and, if they commented or not. I
left like 10 comments too, so.
And
challenge accepted.
And basically we're just going to do a live drawing off of that. And, yeah, we just want to give away $25 to the lucky winner. And we're going to keep kind of doing that along the way, maybe 50 subscribers, 100 subs, and, we'll keep going from there. But yeah, so this is the first one we're doing, $25, the Not a Xbox giveaway. If you're interested, we'd really, really like to, give you that money, right?
You can use the 25 to go towards an Xbox.
So tempting.
We can help you out.
Don't spend the $25 all in one place. All right, and the last thing I wanted to do before we get into the actual stuff is basically just kind of shout out a couple people for their birthdays coming up for the week, which I think would also, when this comes out, these are going to be in the past. So happy birthday. I hope you guys had a great birthday. First one is our friend Dakota, right? She's
Dakota.
She's good old Dakota. Yep. She's OS type. She's cool. She's a pretty bad bitch. And then we got our boy Callum. He was Baby Doc on the ship.
Oh, Baby Doc.
Baby Doc. We got our boy Matt Bailey. Bailey was always like the nicest fucking guy. He had like the most like pleasant personality. So I just always really liked. And the thing is, like, I never really hung out with him on the ship. Like, I always loved hanging out with him outside of the ship. He was just such a cool dude like that. Then who else was on the ship? There was another shipmate of ours. Her name is McClellan. Yep. She's like this short little QM girl.
Yeah.
And
firecracker.
Yeah, she was also happy. Very, very nice, very happy girl. Yeah. But it seems like she's doing pretty well for herself. Just like, stumbling across her like
traveling
Instagram shit.
Still.
Yeah, she's doing. She's living a good life. So good for her. Happy birthday.
Traveling with the airlines.
Yeah. And then we got our girl Saber. It was also
Griffin.
one of our shipmates. Yeah, Griffin. Saber Griffin.
Yeah.
But she was always so nice to me. Like, I thought she was like a real sweetheart. But every time I hear about a story from her, it's always her like getting in trouble about some reason or another.
And she was an angel. What are you talking about?
But I didn't see her like a pain in the butt. I thought she was an awesome, sweet girl. So anyway, those are the birthdays that are coming up from kind of the people we know.
Out, yeah.
Just a little quick something. But anyway, happy birthday, y'all. Hope y'all enjoyed it. So, all right.
Anybody who graduated this semester, congratulations on your graduation. Graduation time,
I forgot about that. Yeah, happy graduation time if you ended up graduating.
I just came from a graduation. How I know. It's like, this is graduation time right here.
Oh, that's where you were? You were at a graduation?
Yeah, my niece graduated. It's high school, but still,
Yeah, it's still graduation time.
People are graduating. Yeah.
Yeah. So that works. That's good. All right. So that's about all that is for that. So, Mike, you got anything you want to chat about real quick? Are you good?
Speaking of, I went to San Antonio. I hung out with my brother. And, man, as we were driving, you ever been to San Antonio? Big city in general. Just the traffic in big cities, man.
Yeah.
It's so scary. My brother, he drives real crazy. Like, for some reason, he's an offensive driver. I'm like a defensive driver. He's an offensive driver.
I'm definitely
if somebody cuts him off like 5 feet in front, oh, he's gonna ride their ass. I'm like, man, that was 5 feet, in front. Like,
that was like a car length. Yeah.
He's like, don't get mad. It's just because he's at his set speed. Don't get in front of me and go slow. But anyways, and then he looks at me. He's just like, hey, man, you ever get mad for no reason? And I was like, no, man, I tend to not just overthink of shit like that. But yeah. He's like, no, I just find myself getting mad a lot lately. And I was like, damn, do I get mad a lot lately? But I told him, I was like, man, usually I stay to myself. I don't like go out a lot and shit like that because I don't know. I just don't like people, man, for some reason. And I guess it's because you just see a lot of stupid shit going on nowadays. And I would get mad if I let that stuff get to me.
Right.
But I try to just stay to myself and shit like that. And I think my brother's like opposite. He actually lets shit get to him like that. Like, you watch the news a lot and he just gets upset about the way shit's going right now.
Well, I definitely understand the whole news thing for sure. Like, I feel like if you watch the news, the world is fucking burning down at your feet. Like, that's all that you think right now. Like, everything is the worst thing to ever happen. We don't normally talk about politics, so I don't want to get political on this. I'm not going to get like political with it, basically. But I'm just saying, like, whatever side you fall on, the other side is the worst people on the planet. They're fucking the enemy.
That's the way we're brought now. Yeah, that's the way this world's coming.
And it doesn't matter if you're a Democrat and you look at that way at the Republicans. If you're a Republican, you look at that way about the Democrats. And I think that if you're sensitive to that kind of just that kind of rhetoric and that kind of like just news all the time, you're gonna be a miserable person.
Yeah.
Like there's no way around it, really. Like, if you just sit there and you think about it, like, you can kind of understand why people are fucking like so mad and shit like that, Like,
it's fucking. I see my folks every Sunday, and every time I walk in my dad's house, it's always on the news. Yeah. And I'm like, bro, can we watch something? He's just cussing at the TV. And I'm like, man, can we watch something else, man? This shit, why? Like I said, I tend to not pay attention to shit like that just for that reason.
Yeah. So I pay attention to current events, right? But I don't like all the spin that gets put onto it.
Yeah.
So that's the shit that I try to avoid for the most part. And I'm not perfect, of course. Like, you have to have, no matter where you get your news from, there's going to be some level of bias attached to it, right?
Oh yeah, always, yeah.
But you just got to be able to kind of
that's even like TV shows and shit like that.
Oh, of course, yeah. I mean, that's
it ain't just like the news. Like, even TV shows, they try to just spin it a certain way.
Yeah. So, like, there was a video I saw, and it was all of these different news anchors, right? And from different channels, different shows, different times, and it was like a montage they put together of them all saying the same exact script, but it was just the different people, so show 1, then show 2, then show 3, whatever, blah blah blah, and it just flows together so perfectly, the script that they're all reading together. And I was just like, watching that video kind of opened my eyes, because I was like, all these motherfucking people are paid by the same exact people, they're all paid by the same people to tell us bullshit, So, you okay over there? What the fuck is that noise? It sounds like somebody's honking like a clown horn.
Yeah, my daughter just walked through the studio. Stay out of my studio, Quams.
I just heard that. It was like, meh.
Yeah, I think they're just being mean. I think they're picking on me.
Yeah, so, yeah, I just saw that video.
That just made me mad right there,
That pissed you off?
Let me go talk to that kid right quick.
But yeah, no, I saw that video, and they were all just reading the same clip, so it just made me think that they're all paid by the same exact people,
Yeah.
And I was just like, man, all these people are full of shit. Like, this is all just fucking media. It's who can get the most clicks, on their crazy, outrageous bullshit. So that's what I think is pissing people off the most. And you kind of have to stop and like try to like at least identify it yourself, you know, so you can be like, this is why the fuck am I spending energy on this getting pissed? You know,
like I always tell myself, if I don't lose sleep over it, I really don't fucking care.
Yeah, I feel like that's a pretty good.
I lose a lot of sleep over the way LSU plays, so I mean, I guess that could piss me off, you know.
Yeah, that's fair. But yeah, that's pretty much all I got with the fucking. Do you get mad?
Yeah, without digging deep into politics or anything.
Yeah, I just think like people are pretty sensitive about it. But other than that, like other than the political news shit, I usually don't get too pissed. I do get road rage, but not like your fucking brother.
Yeah.
He sounds like he gets it pretty bad. Like me, I don't get. Only road rage I really get is if somebody fucking cuts me off like without the signal and fucking is like super close to my car. I will fucking lose my goddamn mind. And another thing I hate is if I'm at the airport and I'm in the line to like get to the departing, you know, or pick somebody up at the airport, right? Yeah. And like there's a fucking clearly a line. You're waiting to get to that area, and then people will just drive along the sideway on the like car rental line or some shit like that, all the way down, and then try to cut in at the last fucking minute.
That same like with construction. When construction's been going on in this one area for over a month.
Yep.
That one person's still gonna test it. You're like, bro, y'all know this construction's been here for a fucking month.
Exactly. Like I will crash my car before, and I know it'll be my fault. Like I will 1,000% fucking hit you before I let you fucking in. So yeah, that shit drives me goddamn fucking crazy because they fucking know what they're doing. You know?
They do, yeah.
They absolutely know. So fuck those people. Fuck
motherfuckers, yeah.
But yeah, so
I wish the shoulder would just open up and they drop, you know, just fucking
just fall to the ground.
A sinkhole just pops up.
Have you seen videos with sinkholes just popping up, like in streets and shit? Well,
I've seen the aftermath of sinkholes. I've never seen like actual live video or you know like a recorded video of a car just going through and.
Yeah, there was I saw a video of this guy who was just recording it, and I think it's because he noticed that the street was kind of collapsing in that area. So like he was off to the side.
He's been going out there every day with his phone,
just waiting. But he was waiting, and it was fucking people were just going over it, and you could tell because they kept hitting that spot harder and harder and harder, and then eventually it just fucking like fell, like it literally just like right, and then a car went through, and dude, they fucking just like disappeared into the hole. I was like, shit.
We had a sinkhole in my city. It was right by the liquor store, man. It was pretty funny. It ain't funny, but I mean,
was it big?
It actually was perfect size for a car too.
Yeah,
it's like a car just fell up in that motherfucker.
Yeah. Well, I'm curious what would happen. Like, honestly, like if you're just driving along and you fell into a fucking sinkhole, like
you sue the city.
That's who I would guess who you would probably sue, right? It'd be the city. So you probably get a pretty decent payday.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. Like, I have a cousin who was in an accident a while back, and he got hit by a bus. So jeez. Like in the city, like a city bus.
Yeah, my ex got hit by a city bus.
Oh really?
But she was in the car though.
Bus. Oh, he was not. He was walking.
Yeah.
And then so he got hit and he got dragged a little bit. From what I understand, he got dragged a little bit, and the bus just kept going, but people had to stop, like make the bus driver stop because he didn't realize he hit somebody.
Yeah.
Which is crazy because my cousin's a big dude. Like he's not like a tiny guy or anything. He's a big motherfucker. So for the bus driver to like not realize he just fucking popped somebody, it's kind of wild. But yeah, he ended up getting a pretty decent payout from the city for it. So I'm assuming that's what's kind of holding him over. For now.
My ex, she got a decent payout too.
Yeah. I have another cousin who got hit by a school bus. A school bus fucking turned and hit his fucking car or whatever.
Yeah.
And but the thing is that the school bus they said that there was witnesses who said that it was his fault. And he insists that it wasn't his fault. So I'm inclined to believe my cousin, even though, you know, he could be bullshitting me. But he said that the witnesses said it was his fault. And the bus driver said it was his fault. And there was no dash cam involved. So he got...
I wonder what... Well, I mean, you got to think... I don't think the bus driver's going every fucking person. Hey, man, say who's fault. So, I mean...
Yeah. So... But the thing is, my cousin was like, these people didn't even see the fucking accident, is what he said.
Yeah.
So he was like, they were in the area, sure, but they didn't fucking see it. So they don't know. But it is what it is. Maybe I'm just being naive, you know, believing my cousin. Yeah. So I don't know. I like to think he's being honest about it.
I believe him.
Thank you. I'll let him know. I'll let him know.
I believe him.
Actually, he follows the podcast, so he's probably going to know that.
I'll take it to the grave that it was the bus driver's fault.
And this was years and years ago. I don't even think like he has that. He definitely doesn't have that car. It's not. I don't think he definitely doesn't have that car anymore. But yeah, that shit was long ass time ago. So Mike, you remember last week? 1 second. Let me put our sponsor up.
The sponsor. Yeah.
So last week, we were talking about how I was gonna try to get a new PC, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So, funny thing, I went to a baseball game, and I don't want to put any information out.
You won it on the sweepstakes.
I did.
Are you serious?
I'm not even kidding.
Man, you're fucking lying.
I swear to God.
Really?
Yeah.
No shit.
Yeah.
Man, there is a guy.
It was fucking crazy. So it was funny because like we were leaving or whatever, or getting close to leaving, and I went to the bathroom.
Why did you tell me this last week?
Because
one day you had to wait it? Because you went to the game last week?
Yeah. No,
but it's like, did they call you?
It was, so they sent me an email. Basically, they sent me an email first because the way it worked is like I said, I went to the bathroom. I was coming out of the bathroom. Some guy stopped me and like I was just like made eye contact with him. And he was like the person running the little game or whatever. So like I did the game and then he gave me like a ticket and it just had like your name and email address, phone number, whatever. So and you put it in a box, whatever box you wanted to, try and win. So I put it in the box and then I completely forgot about it. Like it's literally just.
Do you usually do those things?
Usually I do if they're reasonably priced. Like if it's something like, as long as it's not like a $50 fucking raffle, I'll do it.
Yeah, I never do those things. Just because I feel like, ain't no way.
Yeah, so I did it, and I just put it in there and, walked away. And then I got an email yesterday or two days ago basically saying, like, congratulations, you're the winner of the sweepstakes, that you put in, or the raffle and it was, like, the day I did it, like, the time that I put on the ticket and all that shit. Like, it was all there. And they were like, congratulations, you won. And then they were like, you won a $2,500 computer from the whatever sponsor, blah, blah, blah. And I was like,
is it the same shit you were looking at, you think?
It's better than the shit I was looking at.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess 2,500.
Yeah, it's a good fucking computer. So I was like, damn, this is a nice little thing. Yeah. So I was pretty happy about it, needless to say. Yeah, so I'm like, yeah, it was like I have it pulled up right here. Yeah. Like I don't want to read the whole fucking thing to you. Oh, I don't want to put any information out really. But it was basically, it says this premium desktop computer is equipped with the latest technology.
The number.
The Spark Notes?
The code.
All
Give me the code number.
Yeah. It said it says your $15 entry has earned you an incredible prize of state.
Oh shit, you had to pay $50?
15.
Okay. Damn, you still had to pay?
Yeah, because it was a raffle. It was like a little raffle.
I don't give a fuck. Raffles are free.
This was not. This was a fucking.
I definitely
like an entry thing. But anyway,
you're probably the only one that did it.
A retail estimated value of $2,512.43 from whatever the sponsor is, one of the leading sponsors of blah 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 blah.
Damn, you were one of one. You're probably the only one that did
it. I don't think so. I'm pretty sure because there was a couple people.
You're not special, man. You're one of one.
But yeah, so I ended up winning that, and like at first I thought it was kind of bullshit. I was like, oh, maybe they're bullshit. But one, they had the actual information and like the time and like place that I was at.
Well, I guess you think about it, like if everybody put in on it, I guess they make some money off of it. And
absolutely, dude.
But that's $15 I would have lost. I would have been pretty upset.
Yeah, I mean, I guess, but I mean, $15 isn't crazy. But then like I looked at the prize instructions, right, and this kind of made me feel better. Because this is from their like sweepstakes company who sent the email and whatnot. So it says, congratulations once again on winning the state-of-the-art computer from blah, blah, blah in our recent lottery drawing. As part of our commitment to ensuring smooth and secure prize claim process, please read the following. And then it was like, we wait for our phone call, right? So I have to, I'm waiting for a call from them. It says representative from, and then it's the company's name, will contact you shortly to verify your identity, right? This call will be made within the next few business days. I'm just giving you like the cliff notes also, like I'm kind of going.
Man, these are those scammers, man.
I don't know,
man.
Sold
your information to the scammers.
If this is a scammer, like this is the best fucking scammer shit I've ever seen.
They sold all y'all's information to scammers out there.
There's identity verification. Basically, they said they're going to ask me some questions, These questions are straightforward and non-intrusive, designed to ensure the prize is awarded to the rightful owner.
Was it $15 cash he paid?
There was no costs involved. You will not be required to pay anything for your prize or its shipping. All costs associated with the prize and delivery are fully covered by the blank sponsor. And then it says scam alert.
No shit, yeah.
It says if anyone contacts you asking for money, personal information, or payment for the prize or shipping, please be aware that it is a scam. Company name and our representatives will never request such information or payments. So I was like, okay, that scam alert made me feel better, because it was like, no, I'm not going to have to pay anybody. Like, why would a scammer fucking do this and be like, we're not going to ask you for any money?
They're going to say, what card did you use to put down that $15 down payment?
I didn't even use a card. I used cash.
Okay, good. You're good.
Yeah. So I think it's legit. And like, they gave me phone numbers and contact information and emails and all kinds of shit. So, and these aren't like, the emails are actually like an @thecompanyname.com.
Yeah.
And it's not like, Sergeant Pisshead 127
it's from Amazon.
Yeah.
And it's from Amazon. You got to log into this account.
Yeah, it's nothing like that. It's an actual like official fucking thing. So I feel confident that this is actually like real. So I'm just waiting on the contact. Somebody's got to reach out to me. So, which it says it'll be a couple days. But how fucking cool is that?
It'd be cool once you get it. I'm not happy right
now. You still haven't bought into it?
No.
Okay, well, thank you for
scammers are getting good. Them scammers are getting good. Only a scammer would say, look out for scammers.
This sounds like something a scammer would say.
Exactly. How do I know this ain't a scam?
Yeah, so I guess that is true, but I mean, I don't know. Maybe I'm getting my hopes up, and maybe I'm kind of got those rose-colored glasses on that this is all fucking on the up and up. But it sounds really, like I said, if this is a scam.
Send this to Rick Ramboss. My fault.
That's it. Yeah. This was supposed to go to Rick Namos, not Nick Ramos.
Yeah. Sorry. You can understand, right?
It could happen to anyone. But yeah, so like I'm just pretty excited about it. I don't know anything really about the computer itself, but all I really know is that it's $2,500 and change. So that's, I mean, when I was building my computers online, like all the computers I was building were like $1,500.
And now you just turn around and sell it, and then get what you want.
I mean, yeah, I could. Yeah, I mean, I guess I could, but regardless, I think I'll probably just end up keeping it, to tell you the truth.
Yeah, might as well.
Yeah, but maybe I did jump the gun too. But I did buy a new monitor for it. So,
damn, scammers got you. Scammers.
That was it. It said, because at the end it said, if you need a monitor, go to this link, and I bought it from that link.
Oh, see, they got you.
Oh well, fuck. No, but I think, like I said, I think I'm pretty good. So, wish me luck. Wish me luck with that.
Wish you the best.
What do you guys think out there? Do you think I'm being scammed, or do you think I have the right to be excited and happy about this? I'd love to know your thoughts in the comments down below. All right, Mike. So let's go ahead and just have a quick conversation about the sports world. What's going on in sports right now? And the only thing for me that's really matters is pretty much the NBA stuff. So that's what I really want to kind of get into real quick. You're a big script guy. Like this is all according to a script.
It's going. I'm telling you, it's all good. Pacers are getting punished.
So
Wolves are going to win the next two.
So you said Pacers are going to be punished. You said Pacers are going to be punished, right?
Yeah.
So you think the Pacers are going to be? Oh, okay. So you said it wasn't supposed to be the Pacers. It was supposed to be the Knicks.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's why the Pacers are getting swept.
Yeah, that's why they're getting swept. They're getting punished for that. You fucking go against the script. Now you're getting embarrassed.
All right, that's fair. I think that they are going to get swept. I'm pretty positive. This is all in the future, so, or technically this will be in the past when you guys watch. So let us know. We'll know if we're right or not. Yeah, that's you said it's the Pacers.
This game was close before I came in the studio. The game was close.
Dude, a lot of these games that I've been watching between both the maybe not the
pretty
Pacers
surprising,
games, but a lot of the games are fucking close. Like the last game, game 3 between the Timberwolves and Mavs. Yeah. That game was so close until like the last 5 minutes.
Yeah.
And then it was literally like 102 to 102, like tied or some shit.
Yeah.
I was like, this is goddamn nuts. And then they ended up winning like 111 to 104 or some shit.
And now the Wolves are going to win the next 2, man. And Mavs in 6, man. I'm telling you.
So you think the Timberwolves are going to go to Dallas? And
they got to go to Dallas and go back home.
They're going home. So they already
home, then back to Dallas.
No, right. So hold on. So they were at home. They lost 2 at home, and then they went to Dallas, and then they lost one in Dallas. Lost that one at Dallas. Now they have one more at Dallas. They got to play.
Yeah, they're gonna win that one, win at home, lose in Dallas.
So you think? So like you said, the script says 6.
Yeah, Mavs in 6, man. I'm telling you.
Mavs in 6. I would actually be happy if that as you were right. Like I just don't want them to get swept.
Man, the script. I'm telling you, the script.
Yeah. I don't want them to get swept. So I don't know where you got this fucking script.
They're going to win the next 2.
We'll see if you're right. Right.
They can't go to game 7 because then the script is so obvious. Like, oh, y'all really fucking wrote that script, didn't you?
If it was a game 7, I don't know. Like, I would lose my shit because no team has never won from coming back down 3-0.
Yeah, 3-0. Yeah.
Like nobody's ever managed to do that of the 160 plus, fucking games they have recorded for that type of shit. But yeah, so I mean, I wouldn't mind 3-2. I think that'd be pretty good. I think, dude, I'm honestly like, I'm so fucking fed up with goddamn Cat on the Mavs, or not Cat on the fucking Timberwolves. Like, yeah, he is fucking like, he's like 4 and 32 from the 3-point line this series. 4 for 32.
That's that defense.
Like,
on the free throw.
Yeah.
They ain't used to playing that defense.
Oh my God. Like, I don't understand. Like, put that dude in the fucking post. Like, just leave his ass there because he's not doing shit outside.
Yeah.
But yeah, him, like, Ant is like hot and cold lately too. Like, I don't know.
He's gonna warm up, man. They're gonna win the next 2.
I mean, we'll see, but I mean, I don't know. I just don't want him to get swept because I really do like the kid.
Yeah.
I think he's got a lot of potential, and I think he's going to do really good things in the NBA. This might not be his year, but if he managed to win, which I know is a super long shot, which they managed to win, and then he wins a fucking championship, like there will literally be like, this dude's the next Jordan. Yeah. Those conversations will never stop for him. Like if he managed to pull that off, to be the only team to ever do it. At 22 years old.
He plays some tough teams, though. Shit, on that side of the conference.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, they were built to pretty much beat the fucking defending champs.
Yeah.
Like that's what they did, and they did. They did it right. Yeah. They beat they beat the Nuggets. But the thing is, the Mavs are like a whole different beast, a completely different team than how the Nuggets play and how they were built. Like, they have 2 people who are fucking unstoppable. So how do you triple team 2 people like that? You triple team Kyrie.
Put in that bench player, you start fights. That's what you do.
That's what you just have to have more fucking bench players.
Exactly.
Yeah, but I mean, other than doing some shit like that, there's really not like, I don't know. I don't see a way.
Need some fucking arch rivals. Was that the name of that basketball game you ever played? Arch Rivals on Nintendo?
I don't even know what that is.
It's a basketball game called Arch Rivals, and they should just fucking fight. That's all that game was for. That shit was fun.
Just fucking duking it out.
Yeah, and it actually shows like it'll stop the game and show 2 guys duking it out on the fucking court. Man, it's fucking awesome.
I did not.
I think it was called Arch Rivals.
I gotta look it up.
Fucking awesome.
Yeah.
What 16-bit? What was Nintendo? 16-bit? 8-bit?
I don't know. I mean, 8 bits is. I'm thinking color. I'm thinking color types. Like that's a lot of colors. I don't know. Let's check. I'm actually curious. What is
32? Super Nintendo was 32, I think.
Many bits.
So it might be 16.
Was it Nintendo 64 or just Nintendo?
No, just regular Nintendo. Arch Rivals, man. I'm telling you, that was the game.
So Nintendo is 8-bit.
Oh, Nintendo was 8-bit? Yeah.
Yeah, Nintendo was 8-bit. So, but anyway, that was an interesting addition to the sports section.
Gotta get the throwbacks back in there. That's the only way the Mavs are gonna. That's the way you stop those 2. You just gotta fight.
Guys just starting fights like fucking hockey.
Hopefully they fight back and they both get ejected, and you just lost a shitty player on the bench.
Dude, I honestly like neither Kyrie or Luka play much defense, to tell you the truth. you know, so they're not going to go fouling out or anything like that. Yeah. So they don't really have to worry about that. So they would literally just have to start fights.
Hey, this is hockey now.
Throw some haymakers in there. Yeah, get them pissed.
Yeah, get them in the penalty box.
But that's really it. Like, I didn't think about any of this before this all started, so this is definitely like hindsight's 2020 kind of deal. Yeah. But looking at the two teams, there really wasn't a way for them to stop Kyrie and Luka. Both of them. They could stop one of them, maybe, but they can't stop them both. You know, especially if they're both hot.
That's why the Mavs are going to win, man.
Yeah, you were right.
So silent.
You were right. Or we'll find out if you're right, but I'm definitely leaning towards it.
We got to just see if they follow the script now.
So what happens if they don't follow the script?
Fucking the Wolves will get punished.
So the Wolves, there's no way for the Wolves to win this.
No, they're not supposed to be in it.
All right, well, sorry, Wolves.
They'll get swept in the finals by the Celtics. Now you get embarrassed on national TV.
All right. Well,
just like the Pacers are getting embarrassed.
So much for that. But so what do you guys think? Who do you guys have winning the Western Conference Finals? And actually, by the time this comes out, you won't even. This question's pointless because it'll already have happened. So, are you happy about how it played out? How's that? Let's go with that.
Anybody else see the script? Has anybody else seen this script?
Yeah, and does anybody know what the hell Mike is talking about? Like, I would really appreciate if you leave the comments or leave your thoughts in the comments down below. All right, Mike. So I just pulled up the questions for the 404. Yeah, exactly. 400 plus questions. All you gotta do is choose a number, and then we'll go from there. Yeah. So what number you want?
345.
345. All right. Let me scroll all the way down. You went for a big one this time.
You kept on getting on me, picking the low numbers.
Yeah.
I figured the low numbers will get easier questions. Because now these ones are probably going to get a little bit personal.
This one says,
you ever killed somebody?
It's like, where did you bury the bodies? It says, what's your greatest moment of telling someone off? Can you reenact it for me?
Ooh. Telling somebody off. I don't know if I can reenact it, but so this is a Navy story, just to let you know.
All right.
But so the ship, right? Because I was the only supply division that didn't have a chief. It was just me. Mm-hmm. The CSs had a senior chief. The LSs had a senior chief.
Okay.
And me representing S3 was just an E6, a fucking SH1. And so when it came to like recognition and stuff like that, oh man, matter of fact, when it came to evals, I had the person that worked for me, my little protege that worked for me, I had her in her hands doing everything. She was on training teams. She was fucking getting qualled. She was doing all these quals, and she was doing stuff outside of her rate.
Okay.
So that way it's beef up her eval. Yeah. And then at times I didn't need the LPO position, so I gave her the LPO position because I didn't need it. I didn't care about advancement. Yeah. But so when it came to rank, you know how they do the rankings. Yeah. They put 2 other people in supply over them, and there's nothing I can do about it. Right. It's because I was going up against 2 senior chiefs. But and then so my little protege, she was upset. She went and ran and talked to CMC and be like, what can I do to be an EP sailor? And she's like, you're doing what you need to do. And so I had to go in there, and I was like, I felt like I failed my sailor. I said, I told her that she does all this stuff. You're going to be one of the top sailors. Right. And now she's not. And then you got people that are just doing their job, and that's it. Right. They're not doing nothing. They're not training sailors, training junior sailors. They're not doing none of that. But yet they're ranked higher than her. Right. And so I was like, and then so it didn't change nothing. Right. But when she advanced on the test, fucking this master dude come talk to me, like, hopefully she'll stop. Hope she'll calm down about being an EP sailor now. I'm just like, man, come on, man. I don't even talk like that. Cause
damn, yeah, that's fucked up.
Yeah.
Yeah. I can understand that. That doesn't sound like too much of an... Yeah. It doesn't sound like it was an intense cuss out.
But there's other times, like when I was down, because it was me, my supply officer, and another senior chief, and it came time for awards, and none of my guys got recognition because when it came to SMC, is that one of the? That's a supply inspection. When it came to fucking when is it LOA where they fucking do habitability, all that shit, all that type of
like in-serve.
Yeah, it was in-serve.
Yeah.
So they made my division. We had to still do our little part of the supply thing, but we had to be in charge of all the birthings. We had to straighten out all the birthings.
Yeah.
And one thing I could never understand was admin never did nothing for in-serve. Why couldn't they do the birthings? You know,
that's a good point. Yeah.
And if you look at the birthings, all the birthings belong to S1.
Yes, actually, all the birthings belong to S1 except for birthing 1, which I was in. So I'm pretty sure that birthing belonged to CF. Like
CF, I think so.
Yeah.
But yeah, so
we always.
But my division had to do.
Type of shit.
My division had to do. Was in charge of all. I had a little tiger crew.
Yeah.
That was. I had got a person from S2 division, S1 division. Then I had my guys helping out too. But man, and then when it came for awards, nobody on my thing. I was like, man, you guys fucking serious?
Yeah, they left.
So these guys get an award for doing their job, but they weren't helping out the ship.
Yeah.
And that was another man. I cussed out my spy officer and a senior chief because I was like, this is fucking bullshit.
Yeah.
And then they fixed it at the end. They fixed it at the end. I was just like, man, I don't even want the award. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, take it back.
I just want y'all to know that it's fucked up. Don't even write an award. It's fucked up.
Yeah. No, I definitely can see why.
That was all about getting my guys awards.
Yeah. I'm not gonna lie. When you were just telling that story, I feel like I was one of those EPs that she was probably going against, who probably didn't deserve it as much as she did. And I knew it.
Well, see, they ranked everybody, but they ranked everybody with your department. So
so that's what you were going. Okay.
So what it was is, so now we go in to rank all the E6s, they like, hey, who's your number one in supply? Well, she's number 3 now because I gotta go hype up this dude and this dude.
Yeah,
they're not even gonna look at my number 3 person.
Gotcha.
Yeah, so that's.
I guess that makes sense.
Yeah. So it was just upsetting about in the department because nobody's gonna fight for her now because it's in the department. You're gonna now she's just gonna be okay. You get an MP.
Right.
When she was doing more, she was ready number 1 in the department.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't you just keep it that way? Because they're just looking out for the people.
Yeah, no, I understand. I always felt like when it was me, like I was always on the receiving end of like the good evals, you know?
Yeah.
And I genuinely don't believe I deserved the evals that I was getting because I knew there were other people who were way better at just in general, like better sailors than I was, you know?
Like Shadonka.
But like honestly, Shadonka was a good sailor. He really was. He was a hard worker. Like the dude was like, I don't know. I mean, I'm sure he had his quirks, right? Like everybody's got their fucking quirks, but the dude was good. But yeah, I always got EPs, and I was always like, man, I'm taking this from somebody who like definitely fucking should use it more.
Yeah. I turned down on my EPs.
Did I feel bad? You turned them down? Really?
Yeah, because I wasn't trying to.
Oh well, you're not trying. Yeah. I guess that made sense.
So I was like, man, I ain't gonna screw somebody else. I don't need that shit.
Yeah, I thought I was gonna advance. Like I genuinely thought I was gonna advance, and so I was always happy. Like I advanced fairly quick too, so I wasn't like too.
Yeah, you did. Yeah.
But
I see that's another thing. What kills me is like my rate. You know, the highest you can cut on a test is 80.
Okay.
So for me to make E6, I had a score of 73 on the test.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and then like the other rates and supply, like for her to make, she probably had a score of 75. But and then so the other rates and supply, they probably need to cut like a 57. And so it's like, if you don't cut a 57, hell, if you don't cut a 50, you're not fucking studying.
Yeah.
That's what I used to always tell, but nobody understood that in fucking supply. Really, I was like, man, all you gotta do is fucking cut this. I can read a profile sheet, like what you need to score on the test. Like Parrish, there was no way Parrish was gonna make second because he had to score higher than the 80 on the test.
Oh shit, and that was basically impossible. Yeah,
so like for a E4, you have to have an EP to make E5 as an SH to stand a chance to make it. You're not gonna make it. So you're already behind like 87 points, and the highest you can cut on the test is 80.
Yeah, so he got fucked.
Yeah,
I mean, there's just rates like that just are so overmanned and things like that.
Yeah,
that it's just, you know, it falls in on Big Navy kind of to, you know, kind of get those numbers under control.
Yeah, but what sucks is now when these guys actually go do another job, the Big Navy's like, nope. Like, come on, man. Like, shit.
Yeah. So for me, this isn't exactly a tell-off, but it was kind of a funny fucking story that like popped into my head immediately when I read that question. Was I I was in college, and it was I think maybe my second year in college. I don't really remember.
No, I thought we were going to talk about the kids that don't participate in group projects.
No. This is like 2000, dude. This is back in like 2000 and fucking.
This is your first time in college.
First time. And my ex-girlfriend, like we went to. She was from the area, right? She wasn't exactly far away from her hometown, right? So her friend was in town visiting her, so we went to this local bar over there, and we were dancing, and it was me and my girlfriend at the time, and then her friend was like to the left of us, and it's the typical college bar, just fucking dingy as fuck, gross, disgusting, sticking to the floor as you're dancing, right? Just fucking college bros all over the place. So my girlfriend was dancing, like, dancing on me, and her friend was dancing to the side of me, so I was basically dancing with two girls. And then this guy comes up, and he starts fucking trying to dance with
you. I'd tell him off too. Fuck that shit.
Well, he starts. I
can see why you got mad.
Her name was, I think it was Sam. But he starts dancing with Sam, or trying to dance with Sam, and Sam is not feeling this guy, right? So she starts laughing, and then I started laughing because I'm watching this situation go down next to me, and it's fucking ridiculous. This drunk guy just is not taking the hint. She is not about it, right? And then he gets mad. He gets mad at me because I'm looking at the situation, looking at him, and I'm fucking just laughing, like giggling because it's fucking retarded, right? So I'm like, he goes up to me or whatever, and he says, I'm wearing a Yankee cap, like a Yankee fucking fitted hat at the time, and he said some shit about the Yankees. Yankees suck or some shit like that. And I don't know why, but I was ready to fucking brawl, so I spit in his face.
Oh fuck, man.
Yeah. So probably my fault for how this fucking went.
Started, yeah.
But yeah, so he was like, Yankees suck or whatever, and I was like, yeah, and I spit in his fucking face. But then obviously that fucking set him off. Super disrespectful. You should never spit in somebody's face.
Yeah.
It's like, it's so fucking bad. But yeah, so anyway, he ended up fucking grabbing like a bottle and like smashing a fucking bottle, right? And then a fucking bouncer came through and grabbed his ass and like dragged him out, right?
With spit all over his face.
But the thing is, all of his fucking friends were still in the fucking bar, and they saw this kind of happening at this, like, in live action, right? So they start fucking getting ready to fight me. So one bouncer's with me, and then another bouncer's like rushing over to the fucking group of guys who are like coming to get me. And then, so I say to them, like I said to them, I was like, hey, get your friend and, go outside, like take your friend outside kind of thing, right? They must have thought I said, I'll take you and your friends outside. Like, I'm going to go fight all you motherfuckers outside.
Yeah, I'll meet you motherfuckers outside.
So they were all outside waiting to fucking beat the shit out of me.
Yeah.
And so the bouncers wouldn't let me leave until like they were gone. So it was like 2:30 in the morning. Like everybody was already gone. Like before they fucking let me out of the fucking place.
Ruined the fucking night, man.
It was fucking crazy. I'm positive I would have gotten killed that night. Because there was like 7 of those fucking guys.
You might want to apologize to the guy right now on air. Just
I can't.
You know what to say his name. Just, hey,
I don't know his name. I have no idea what his name is.
Yeah,
hey, random dancing guy. Remember that time I spit in your face? Well, I apologize for it. It was and dude, I don't know why every time I talk to you on here, like it sounds like I'm the most violent guy. I'm always talking, but I am.
This shit's not normal, Nick. I'm telling you, this shit is not normal.
Like, I'm really not. It's just these stories come up for you. That's why.
Yeah, that's what these questions are for.
So yeah, exactly. God, so like, I'm just not going around spitting in people's faces normally, and like that was a one-time deal.
Shit. Fucking messing with dead bodies. I mean, goddamn. I'm learning a lot about you, man.
Yeah, it sounds really bad when you put it like that. Yeah. But yeah, if you're interested in any of those things Mike was just talking about, listen to the other podcast, so you can have a little more insight into that.
Go to the end of this podcast. You can listen to all these questions that we're talking about.
Yeah, but yeah, so that was that. And this wasn't like me cursing him out or anything like that, but it was just kind of like it made me think of the whole spitting on his face, like fuck you.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was probably the worst thing I've ever done to somebody.
Damn. That wasn't even a question, but shit.
You just got that story.
We learned a lot about you.
That was it. So what question was that? 345?
Yeah, 345.
Let me put that in the notes here. 345.
Yeah.
All right, we got it. So, yeah, if you guys have a story you'd like to share with us about a time that you cursed somebody out or did something stupid like I did to someone, we would really love to hear about it in the comments down below. All right, Mike, so before we get out of here, this is the last topic, right? I just wanted to ask you, is there anything that you've been enjoying this week that you would like to share with the listeners?
So, San Antonio, I told you I went to San Antonio this past weekend, right? Well, I just got back today. Ding! But, what's it called? So I was at my son, because my son, I went there Thursday. He left Friday to go to Baton Rouge to a wedding, so I was just stuck in his house. Just I had a rental car, so I could leave whenever I wanted to. But man, I just sat there and I was just watching TV, and man, I binge watched fucking flea market flippers, flea market flip.
Okay, what's
so
that?
So fucking interesting, man.
What is it?
So what it is it's two teams. They go to a flea market, and they got a list like, hey, you got to create these 3 things, and you got to go find it in a flea market. Turn around, it's like you refurbish it, turn something old to something new, a new use, shit like that. But that's all they do. They go to flea markets, and they're like, hey, man, how much you sell this table for? Oh, I sold it to you for $200. Man, can you do $100? All right, we'll do $100. They give them a $500 budget, so they buy stuff for $500, but they don't have to spend all the $500, because what it is whatever you spent, you go take it back to the shop, you fix it up, and you try to whoever got the most profit. So let's say if you go to a flea market, you only spend $30 off of. You got to buy 3 items at least, or you got to make 3 items.
Okay.
Whoever, like, let's say you spend $30, but you flip it and you sell that shit for $270. That's
you
your
made
profit.
$240.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's pretty much what the show is. But what was draw interest to me, because as you can tell, I got a bunch of old fucking shit around me.
Yeah.
This ain't the only old shit around. I got a bunch of old shit in my house too. But
yeah.
So I got this dresser, old dresser. Like, you know, back then furniture was like real wood type shit.
Dude, I just want to throw this in there real quick. I hate the big ass fucking furniture. Like, giant fucking furniture drives me crazy. Like, as a real estate photographer, it's the worst fucking thing in the world. Like,
yeah, and that's because like, you look at new modern furniture, it's not real giant no more.
No, it's small and minimalist kind of. Like,
and it makes sense.
Yeah. But this big ass furniture is fucking terrible.
See, I guess you know what you think about it. Like, my house right here, I don't have big closets.
Yeah.
Like, I don't have walk-in closets. So I guess back then, closets wasn't a thing like a big thing back there. It's like, yeah, I have a big dresser to hold all my shit. Like, motherfucker will fold jeans, put it inside of a dresser. We hang them shits now.
Oh yeah, I guess that's a good point. I never even really thought about that.
Yeah, so I got an old dresser, big one that I don't know, maybe about 6 feet wide.
Yeah.
But it has that mirror that sits on the back, and you know you can take off that part of that mirror. Now you just got a 6 foot long dresser. Yeah. Well, what they're doing is they're cutting like a 3 foot section out and making like a seat nook out of it. And so you have a seat. So let's say, I got a picture of it. I can't really describe it, but let's say you're just looking at the dresser. You cut 3 feet out, and it just makes sense. You still got a drawer up under your seat.
Yeah.
And you got drawers right here. Right. And so I was looking at it, I was like, man, you could sit there and you could put like a record player on top of it. And you can put records in your thing to make it a little fucking chill lounge or whatever. Yeah, that's actually pretty creative. Or you can put a lamp right there and put books in it. Now you got a book nook right there, a reading nook.
So many options.
Yeah, and I've been watching this flea market shit, and I was like, I got some fucking projects to do this summer. So I'm going to start looking into this shit. Yeah, but yeah, man, check it out, man. Flea market. So what I want to do now is also, I want to find a flea market. So everybody, this is what they make. Either they're making a coffee table for something, because coffee tables are easy to make. You find an old crate and you make a coffee table out. People are making ottomans, same thing as a coffee table pretty much. And they're making mini bars. And so the mini bar can be a coffee bar, it can be a wine bar, it can be a liquor bar. So what I want to do, I want to go find some, and so they're like up in New York. So all the furniture is not that big because the house is up or the apartment's up in New York, you know, it's just small.
Right, it's tight.
Like a small little mini bar, man. That shit looks pretty fucking gangster.
They come out
and
pretty
so
good.
what I want to do is go to a flea market and buy 3 things I can make it into a mini bar and give them to my kids for fucking Christmas, like the coffee bar.
Yeah,
because my son and his fiance, they just got into their first house. My daughter and her husband, they're about to rent out my house, and so like as a gift, I give them that. I can't give my youngest one a fucking liquor.
Not yet, anyway.
Yeah, I guess I got to give her a coffee bar, but she
maybe a coffee bar. Yeah, I was going to say coffee or juice bar.
Yeah, maybe a smoothie bar. That's what
smoothie.
Yeah, juice
exactly.
bar. I like it. Yeah, maybe I do that.
Yeah, I actually really like smoothies, so I have a little in my house, like I have a little section that is purely just for my smoothie machine and shit. Like that's where I keep
I got
like,
a section in my kitchen
and stuff like
for
that.
coffee and shit.
Yeah, I think that's what it's meant for, is like a little coffee machine or something like that.
Yeah.
But that's where I keep my like protein.
But it's like I got an old bookcase. I'm about to turn my old bookcase into a coffee center.
Nice. Quick question with your coffee. Do you drink coffee a lot? Like
coffee? I'm a fucking sailor.
Okay, well, I was just curious because like one of my other really, really good friends, Pavlik, he does not drink coffee like at all. So it just completely shut. And he was a sailor, so I just had to double check. So if you like coffee or not, because I
used to fucking make my coffee, take it out on the weather deck so I could put salt in it.
Just scrape it off. Scrape it off the lifeline.
Don't wash my fucking cup, so just fucking.
Yeah. But I was just gonna ask, like, do you have like an espresso machine or anything like that, or just like a typical coffee machine?
No, just Mr. a typical fucking hotel fucking coffee maker.
Keep it simple.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
don't even wash the pot. My fucking glass is fucking brown.
See, I don't mind that. I think those are pretty good. I actually read somewhere that with coffee, like you should use, instead of using like the purified water, like that comes out of people's fridges and shit like that, or like Brita water, just use the regular tap water.
That's what I use tap water, but the heat's gonna fucking kill it. That's what I.
Well, not just that, like the minerals in the tap water apparently like help the coffee, like, I don't know, taste better.
They got coffee with cat shit in it. You ever seen that shit?
No. What the hell are you
talking
talking
about? Coffee? Is a cat shit coffee? Man, I'm telling you, they got cat shit coffee.
Don't
never had it, but I'm
cat
shit?
Is it
called cat? I mean, it's called cat
we were talking about, you got some weird fetishes.
No, it's not.
Oh, how the tables have turned.
No, you're talking about this last year in the old podcast. That's why you took him down.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Cat poop coffee. He's like, here's the scoop on.
What the fuck are you talking about? Cat poop coffee?
They got cat poop coffee out there.
Like, I don't know, dude. I don't know what you're talking about.
I don't know. Maybe they're feeding the cat some coffee, and they wait for him to shit it out and like whole beans or some shit. Then
okay, so the only weird thing that I've heard of involving coffee was like they fed like these fucking little monkeys coffee or some shit like that. Some like weird little monkey. They feed it the coffee beans, and then the monkey's like stomach like dissolves something on the coffee bean, and then they shit out these fucking loaves of coffee beans that are just stuck to their shit.
Yeah,
and then they take that.
Cat shit.
It's not a cat; it's a monkey.
Well, no, they probably figure out it's cheaper if they go the cow route. I don't fucking know. I wasn't the fucking scientist that figured it out.
But that's the weird thing I've heard. So hearing it from a cat, I'm just thinking like house cat shit coffee.
Copy Luca.
Let me see. Is that a cat? A copy whatever?
Copy.
Can you spell it real quick? I'm gonna look this up.
Kopi.
Kopi.
Luwak.
WAK. Copy Luwak. Okay, it is coffee. Also known as the civet coffee, it is a coffee that consists of partially digested coffee cherries, which have been eaten and defecated by the Asian. It just says by the Asian. It cuts off.
The Asians are doing it.
It's the Asian.
Let you know I shit too.
Mike.
I can shit too.
Okay, it loaded the page. Digested cherry coffees, which have been eaten and defecated by the Asian palm civet. I don't know. Let's look up what that is real quick. Asian palm civet is it's not a cat. It's a fucking monkey. Oh no, it's a cat. You're right. Fuck. The Asian palm civet is also called the common palm civet, toddy cat, and musang. Is a verid native to South Asia. So he's Asian. It's an Asian cat.
Yeah, I think it's in Indonesia.
2008 were thought unlikely to be declining. It is threatened by poaching. But dude, this thing looks like a raccoon.
I like what?
It looks like a raccoon. Like it's
a cat?
Yeah. If we could put a picture of it up, like I'll put a picture of it. But yeah, Asian palm civet. It kind of looks like a raccoon.
Let him hang out with the raccoon and possum we got. Maybe we should introduce him as a logo.
Yeah, it's kind of interesting looking. But
I'm
gonna. That's it. Asian palm civet, the Copy Luwak coffee. Yeah. Okay. Cool. So that's what you've been enjoying.
No, I haven't been enjoying that. I've been enjoying fucking making furniture. You're the one that got on the coffee. I don't have fetishes, man.
So for me, what I've been enjoying this week is actually something that I was doing previously that I haven't done in quite a long time, and I want to start doing again. So I've been doing a little research on how I want to proceed with this. So basically, maybe it's possible. But basically what I did before was I found this article a while back about this person who basically was trading up an item that they started
you were doing
with.
that shit. Yeah, you trade up shit.
They trade up. So basically she started with like a,
I can do that with my flea market flips.
Exactly. You really could. Oh. And then she ended it. She wanted to get to like a house or something like that. I don't know if they ever got to that far, but I remember watching it and she was at like a surfboard or some shit like that. And it was like a fairly expensive surfboard. Oh. So considering where she started to that surfboard, pretty big improvement. And then, so for me, when I did it, I actually managed to get fairly far myself, at least to the point where I was happy with what I got and I just kept it. So I started off with a pencil, right? I traded the pencil for a pen. I traded the pen for a marker, right? And the marker, it was a highlighter. So I had a highlighter. Then I traded the highlighter for a book. Do you remember the book called, it was like How to Influence Friends and Earn Money or some shit like that? Or how to, I don't know, it's some shit like that, right? But that was the book I ended up getting. So I got that book. And then I traded that book for a,
did you read the book?
No, I literally had it for maybe a week or two.
You're supposed to read it and then you
don't give a fuck about it. So I traded that, but I got a hand. What the fuck are they called?
Oh, okay, yeah, I see. I see it.
Not a fucking hand job. I traded it for a fucking.
You traded a book for a the grip thing.
Yes, the gripper. The gripper. Yeah, the hand strength trainer.
It don't work like this. You gotta.
Yeah, I didn't mean to go up and down with it. I was trying to get my hand in the camera, but anyway, so I had the hand gripper, and then it
didn't work. Obviously, it didn't work.
Dude, this thing was
wrong.
Yeah, I was just why is this thing?
For some reason, it's not getting my forearm big. My fucking shoulder's hurting, but
my shoulder, my elbow, fucking is on fire.
My joints are hurting.
So I traded that because it didn't work. But no, I traded the fucking hand gripper for a controller, a video game controller. And it was dude, this controller was pretty nice. It was like a pro Xbox
for a hand grip? Come on.
For a hand grip. And dude, no bullshit though. This hand grip was heavy fucking duty. This was the strongest hand grip I've ever fucking held. And it felt super, it felt strong, man. This thing, I couldn't close it all the way.
Yeah.
And I'm a fairly strong guy, but that thing was not fucking closing. But anyway, I traded that for the controller. And then the controller got me my most requested item. So I traded this controller for this big ass fucking red mushroom. It's a huge red wooden mushroom. And this mushroom, dude, it was fucking enormous. I brought it back to my house and it was, I put it next to my lawnmower, like a driving lawnmower. It's the entire fucking front of the lawnmower, that big.
God,
the mushroom was 100 pounds. It was fucking huge. And it was, it was painted red. It had little white spots on the top or whatever. And
what, a Mario mushroom?
Kind of like a Mario mushroom, yeah. And it looked fucking cool. And I remember the guy gave me the background story of it too. He was yeah, this thing was, well, he gave me the background to it. He was yeah, I brought it over from my uncle who owned it in fucking Sweden or something. So he cut it from this giant Swedish tree and blah blah blah. So he just gave me this big fucking story. I was I don't care, this thing's cool. So
it was real?
Yeah, it was a real fucking big ass wooden mushroom. Yeah. So anyway, the background fucking changed, but I don't give a shit right now. So I had that big ass mushroom, and then I put that on the marketplace to trade, right? And people were, dude, I had literally, I remember I went to sleep, I woke up, I had 100 fucking requests for what people were willing to trade me for this fucking thing. Somebody, one of the creepiest things, somebody offered me a big ass box of doll parts, a carrying container full of nothing but arms and legs and torsos of dolls. Yeah, I was why the fuck would anybody want this?
Yeah, first off, why do you have it?
Yeah, exactly. But I was just this dude's a serial killer. I don't want this fucking thing. And then another guy offered me the deer, the deers that stick out of the walls.
Yeah, the little mount.
A mounted deer head, basically. Yeah. And he was oh, I'll give you this fucking thing or whatever. And I kind of was like, this thing's kind of cool, right?
Yeah.
So that was on my list of, rack, that was kind of on my list of, maybe. But then I was kind of thinking about it. I was like, do I really want this fucking deer hanging up in my house? It doesn't fit the aesthetic of my house at all. Like, it'd just be super random. Just fucking
random. It's a talking point. It's a talking point.
I should just put it in the front of the house. Like, as soon as someone walks in, the deer.
You shot that? Yep, I shot that.
Absolutely. So yeah, there was that guy with the deer head. Then there was somebody who offered me an elliptical machine, like a fucking workout.
For the mushroom.
For the mushroom, yeah.
No shit.
Yeah, dude, this mushroom was massive. I'm gonna find a picture and I'm gonna attach it so people can see like how big it is. So the fucking an elliptical machine, and I was like, oh, maybe the elliptical. But then there was one guy who he offered me 3 things. He offered me a punching bag with a speed bag like attachment to it, right? A punching bag speed bag thing. He offered me a miter, a bandsaw. Right, so I was like, oh, not a bandsaw, a table saw. Yeah. So I got a fucking table saw, and he offered me a like this beautiful Japanese calligraphy set. Oh, yeah, woman. No, this calligraphy set, right? And I was like, damn, this shit is really nice. And then also, so I was like, you know what? You get the mushroom. I was like, you got it. So I gave the mushroom to that person. I ended up with those things, right? And then I ended up trading the table saw. Since I ended up with three things, right? I ended up the table saw. I traded that for a fucking bench that I still have in my living room, or I don't call it my living room; it's my music room. But it's a wooden bench that this guy made. It's American flag. Like, it's fucking like, dude, this thing is really, really nice, handmade. He made it himself. It's a perfect decoration for my house. Like, I love it, and it's right there. It's in my living room right now.
That's where the trading stopped.
And that's where I stopped the trading. So I still have the punching bag and the speed bag. And then I still have the Japanese calligraphy set, and I stopped with the bench. Yeah. It's really fucking nice bench. And honestly, man, if I wanted to sell this bench, I could probably sell it for like $300. It's a fucking really nice bench.
Not on that flipper market, you can't.
Maybe not on that flipper market, because that'll take up their entire budget.
But talk you down.
For my own shit, that's where I stopped. So I'll put up pictures.
What's the name of the site where you looked this shit up?
What do you mean?
Where you started off with your pencil? Like,
I just did it on Facebook Marketplace. So I always put Facebook Marketplace, and then I always put the price as free. But then I always make sure it, like, the first thing in the description is like, read this whole description before you talk to me. And then I'm like, I am not selling this item. I am trading it. If you have something to trade that you think is of equal value, let me know. Like, only serious, I'm going to decide if I want it or not, blah, 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 right, kind of thing. And then people will reach out. Like, over time, people will just be like, hey, I have this. Are you interested? Yeah.
How long did it take you to get all the way from beginning of the pencil to the bench?
Probably around 6 months.
6 months? Ain't bad.
Probably about 6 months, yeah.
That's like upgrade every month?
Pretty much, yeah, I would say so. It went fairly quick at the beginning, from like a pencil to a fucking pen, and like, it was literally just like stupid trades at that point. Like, just with someone, I'm like, I'm literally just doing this for fun. Like,
just to do. Yeah, have something to do, yeah.
So it was just like a whatever. But then once I got to like the book and the hand thing, that's when things slowed down a little bit.
Got serious. That's when it got serious.
But then the mushroom was like the big one. That was like the fucking crazy hotspot. But yeah, so that was it. I'm gonna get back into doing that again. And
you can start off with the punching bag and speed bag.
I could if I want to, but I still like the punching bag and speed bag.
Yeah, but that's not a bad gig.
So it's a pretty good like thing. So I got the punching bag, speed bag, and I got the fucking the bench and the calligraphy set. I could start with the calligraphy set, but honestly, I was figuring, might as well just start over again. Maybe just start with another marker and see where I get.
You go with a marker?
Yeah, I'll just do it with a marker. Man.
I mean, to get in the big leagues, man, you can't. You're thinking petty.
I'll start with this.
We gotta get in the big leagues, man.
What should I do? How about this shitty pair of scissors? These scissors that my dog chewed.
Oh, and it's broken too? We got a backstory to it.
My dog was chewing on these. So, yeah. I might go with that. I don't know.
You got to say that you wrestled those scissors from a fucking squatter at a house that you went into.
He attacked me with these.
Yeah, and he broke it, and his thumb, he snapped it off of his thumb, and that's why it's broken on the handle. It's
still lodged in his thumb.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that was it. So I'm just going to go ahead and get back into that. And
that's interesting.
Right? It's kind of a fun thing to do.
I might want to start. What do I want to trade?
I mean, you could do it too. Like, obviously, man, like, you got a lot of shit, and it's really not that hard to, like, and then, like, you can always look up, like, whatever they're selling you or trying to trade you and, like, make sure it's of equal value. But in the end, It's really if you think it's of equal value.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you can always just deny shit. Like,
yeah, exactly. Like if somebody wanted to give me a fucking, if I really wanted that hand gripper, but I only had the head of the fucking the deer head, I would, if I wanted to trade, I'd trade it. Who the fuck cares?
Yeah.
It's my own shit. So money value doesn't really matter so much in that one.
At
least not to me in that one. Yeah. So anyway, that's about it. So you got anything else?
I ain't got no more drink.
All right, sweet. All right, so let's go ahead and get out of here.
Get out of here.
All right. If you've been enjoying the podcast, please go ahead and like, subscribe, comment, share. All those things really do help us out a lot with the algorithm.
Tell your mom and
If you want to see more of us, you could find us on both Facebook and Instagram. And if you just want the audio versions of the podcast, you can always just listen to us on Spotify. And remember, bad decisions often lead to the best stories. Peace out.
Peace.
Audio Jungle.